When did helping a stranger completely change the course of your life? The call came at 6:47 p.m. It was my sister-in-law, which was weird because she never calls. Felix has been in an accident. Your kids were in the car. Felix is my husband. He had taken the kids to visit his family in Ohio. I was in Florida. A truck ran a red light. Felix is in the ICU. The doctor said he wouldn't make it through tomorrow. He's dying today. My whole world shattered in 10 seconds. The kid's condition is unknown. Just get here, she said. I called Felix's room. He could barely speak. I told him I was coming. Promise me, he whispered. I promise. I searched flights with shaking hands. There was one seat left on a 9:50 p.m. departure to Ohio, 3 hours from now. The next flight wasn't until tomorrow night. I bought it without thinking. $1,400. I didn't care. I threw clothes in a bag and drove to the airport like a maniac. There was traffic on the way. Security took a whole hour to get through. My phone had no updates on their conditions. I kept refreshing, kept calling. Nothing. I was speed walking toward my gate, checking the time, checking my phone, when I almost ran straight into him. An older man, maybe 70s, standing in the middle of the terminal, looking around like he'd never seen an airport before. He looked at me with desperate eyes. Please, I don't know where I'm going. This is my first time at an airport. He was holding a crumpled boarding pass, hands trembling. But something about him, the fear in his face, how he was on the verge of tears, made me stop. Where are you headed? I asked, knowing I needed to go. He showed me his ticket. His gate was on the opposite end of the terminal. He didn't know how to read the signs. He didn't know what anything meant. I started walking him toward his gate, explaining everything as fast as I could. He walked slowly, too slowly. His legs were stiff, like every step took effort. I wanted to scream. I checked my phone. No updates. I checked the time. 15 minutes until boarding. My wife is dying, he said quietly. I haven't seen her in 3 days. I drove here, but I've never flown in my life. I didn't know what else to do. He started crying. I felt my throat tighten. I couldn't abandon him now. I walked faster. He couldn't keep up. His breathing was heavy. He kept apologizing. I'm sorry, he kept saying. I'm sorry. I know you're in a hurry. 12 minutes. I checked the terminal map. We were barely halfway. My heart was pounding so loud I could hear it in my ears. I thought about Felix. I thought about my kids lying in hospital beds, alone, not knowing if their mom was coming. 5 minutes. We finally reached his gate. He grabbed my arm and thanked me with tears in his eyes. God bless you, he whispered. I didn't respond. I just turned and ran. I ran harder than I've ever run in my life. My lungs burned. My bag slammed against my hip with every stride. I could see my gate ahead, and the door was closed. Wait, I screamed. Please, wait! The gate agent looked at me with pity. I'm sorry, ma'am. The aircraft door is closed. Federal regulations. There's nothing I can do. I pressed my hands against the window. The plane was still there, right there. I could see passengers settling into their seats through the tiny windows. I begged the gate agent that my family was dying. She looked at me and shrugged. I watched it push back from the gate. I watched it taxi toward the runway. I watched it take off. I drove home in silence. I couldn't get another flight until tomorrow night. My husband would die without me there. My promise was broken, all because I helped someone else instead of myself. I sat in my driveway for 20 minutes, bawling my eyes out. Then my phone rang. It was my sister-in-law. She was sobbing so hard I could barely understand her. My heart stopped. Felix. I was almost positive he was gone. This was the call that confirmed it. Are you okay? She screamed. Are you alive? I didn't understand. What are you talking about? The plane, she choked out. Your flight. It's all over the news. I ran inside and turned on the TV. Breaking news. My flight number plastered across the screen. The plane had gone down 2 hours after takeoff. Catastrophic engine failure. They were showing aerial footage. Wreckage scattered. Across a field, smoke rising, emergency vehicles everywhere. The news anchor's voice was steady and horrible. No survivors. I stopped breathing. I looked at my ticket confirmation still open on my phone. I flew out the next night. I was able to say goodbye to Felix. The kids were stable. A week later, I saw the old man I helped on Facebook. He made it to say goodbye to his wife.